What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, so you guys know Little Mermaid comes out tomorrow, right? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's keeping their eye on it, all right? We're looking at box office, of course, and then we're also looking at the audience scores and the critic scores to see where this thing is shaking out in the public view, okay? How do people feel about it, all right? And you can see at first glance, you're looking at that score, that audience score at 93%. You're saying, hey, Disney can't be too mad at that, right? That looks pretty good, okay? But look, when it comes to Rotten Tomatoes, you always got to dig a little bit deeper, okay? Because these cats, they don't want you to see all of the real truth about this film, okay? The truth of the film is not sitting there on the surface, all right? You got to click and you got to look, all right? Because you'll notice this thing only got, what, 100 verified ratings, right? 100 verified ratings, all right? So wait a minute. This thing's been out all day, all right? Thursday, preview day, all kind of parents, moms and dads and kids and everybody has been out to see this thing, okay? It's summer. People are out of school. People went to see this film, okay? So wait a minute. How come there's only 100 verified ratings? Well, here's why. This is how they do, okay? They start you with the all critics and they start you with the verified audience, okay? That's how Rotten Tomatoes tries to do their spin on a movie, all right? We're going to give you all the critics, right? But we're only going to give you this tiny sliver of the audience, right? Because when you go and you see, okay, what's the all audience look like? Oh, big difference, right? The all audience is at 44%, okay? And it was crazy because if you look at the top critics are at 47%. So it seems like unless you're a paid shill or a woke black chick, you think this film is trash, right? Okay? The top critics, right? As well as the all audience, they're pretty much in alignment with this crap, all right? They think that this film is garbage, all right? This is the thing. These guys, the top critics, right? For a lot of these guys, not all of them, but for a lot of them, their reputations are on the line, okay? Their viewership, their readership, everything depends on them being 100% honest, okay? And giving a good take. If they just keep shilling, they're going to lose all their audience, okay? So they got to, at some point in time, call it down the line, right? But best believe, if they could spin a movie like The Little Mermaid into a good movie, if they could just say, okay, we're going to focus on the acting and the singing, the special effects or whatever, they can spin it. They can take a trash turd of a movie and turn it into a 3 out of 5. All they got to do is just, again, highlight the stuff that they actually did like, all right? And then just kind of elevate it and blow it up, all right? And then just kind of ignore everything else, all right? And it's real easy to say, oh my God, the score was just phenomenal. Did you hear the music, okay? Halle Bailey's voice is just absolutely spectacular, okay? Ignore all the fact that this story is stupid, okay? It's bloated, the runtime is way too long, the special effects are trash, all right? Just ignore all that stuff and just talk about how well Halle Bailey sings, okay? And they can turn garbage into a modest 3 out of 5, all right? But the audience right here, okay? The audiences, they generally are not compromised by money, okay? And like I said, the ones that aren't woke jackasses over here, okay? They're usually going to call it right down the line. They're going to tell you exactly how they feel, all right? Because they just dropped their bread on this thing and they're like, oh my God, look, I gotta tell y'all, I gotta warn you people before y'all walk into the theater thinking this is gonna be some kind of a great movie, all right? So let's go ahead and check out what the all audience scores look like. Here we go, right off the bat. Poor acting skills, cheap visual effects and music, nothing like Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast live action versions. They actually liked them. I didn't like either one of those, but nevertheless, half star. And this person, verified, absolutely beautiful, best Disney live action film to date. Okay, so we got a half star and we got a 5 star. Awful cast is a disrespect for the real mermaid. This person said Halle really shined. It's actually very close to the original. The trailers didn't do the movie justice, so somebody liked it. It was terrible. I saw it. It's bad. The live action remakes have been pretty shabby, yet this looks horrible. Magical. There's issues with the CGI, but Halle is a dream. Outstanding. Okay, so everybody's going to talk about Halle Bailey. All right, let's just get that out the way. If you get a 5 star, they're going to be praising Halle. All right. Yes, there's issues with the CGI, but I'm going to give it a perfect 5 stars. Okay, because of one person, Halle Bailey. All right. This thing is all about Halle Bailey. The CG is so horrible, it takes me way out of the movie. Amazing. I think people make the mistake assuming this was going to be bad because it's causing people to go on really low expectations and then being blown away. Hearing the kids in the crowd sing the songs was so heartwarming, I found myself crying. Flounder and Sebastian did take some getting used to, as in the animated film, their faces were more human-like and showed more emotion. However, we did get used to it, and Halle Bailey was just amazing. 10 out of 10. Wonderful acting. Beautiful singing, amazing talent, and charismatic personality. I can't wait to the future holds for her because I would like to see with another. It's all about her. It's all about her. They don't care about this damn movie. They care about Halle Bailey. This person fell asleep. Yeah. Lackluster, not as engaging or magical as the original one. Flounder was just ridiculous and creepy. Had high hopes for this, but sadly, just another Disney trash remake. A complete disappointment. I'm not from the generation of the animated version, but this movie is far from the quality of the first version. Yeah, it doesn't stack up, okay? We all know that. That's what happens with all of these Disney remakes. They never stack up to the original. It's always just a poor imitation copy of whatever the original was, okay? And that's the reason why it's just like, what are you guys doing? Why keep doing the cash grab? Okay. A modern, fantastic movie and beautifully cast. Well done. Yeah. Way to give a lot of detail about this, Tarsha. I really had a bit of expectation for the film despite the controversy, but the final product is very forced. The reality was that I had to leave the theater because I couldn't stand the disastrous quality of the film. Yeah. CGI, songs, writing, pacing. It's a 2-hour and 15-minute bloated film, okay? Somebody already said they fell asleep, so you know what's up. CGI looked horrible. Yeah, we've been hearing even from the biggest Disney stans out there. They've been saying that the CGI is not great. What a waste of money, dysfunctional family, bad creature representations, the worst Ariel ever, boring as hell, another boring. Halle Bailey is a star, and Melissa McCarthy is a scene stealer in what is a very modern take on the Little Mermaid story that feels every bit vintage Disney. Yeah, nah. All of these people that are going to come in here, they're going to praise this thing for the modern take, okay, of the Little Mermaid because they've modernized it, all right? So chances are this person is 100% woke. The new additions to this film are downright awful. Terrible lyric changes and horrible CGI, like some of the worst I have seen. Poor editing and bland performances will prove that you should just watch the original instead. Please stop with these heartless remakes, Disney. And this guy says, too dark, too boring, and above all, completely unnecessary. Yeah, exactly, man. It's unnecessary to keep remaking these things because everybody loves the originals better. They always have loved the originals better, and there's never a point in it except to make money, okay? Disney keeps recycling their IPs, and ultimately what's going to happen is this. The old IPs are going to still be old. People will still love the original versions. They're not going to like the new versions. Those things will die out, and they're not generating new IP, and therefore they're going to get overtaken by all the people that are generating new IP for the current generation, okay? The current generation deserves to have their own things. Stop going back to the 80s and the 90s and remaking stuff, all right? Give the new generation, the Generation Z and so forth, give these guys their own brand new characters that they can fall in love with instead of just rehashing old crap. It was amazing. Oh, look who did this one. Google. Oh, thanks, Google, for giving us a verified review. So I guess this is verified from Google. I mean, you see what I'm talking about with Rotten Tomatoes, why you just absolutely can't trust anything these guys are doing? Let's see what Google had to say, though. Oh, it was amazing. With all the negative comments before the release of the movie, I didn't expect much. I loved everything about it. I wouldn't change anything. Well, thank you, Google. Thank you so much, okay, for your verified opinion of this movie. I liked it. The acting was not very good from the lead actress. Uh-oh, Serena, you better be careful. They might call you a racist for saying something bad about Halle Bailey. And there was no chemistry between her and Eric, but the overall movie was good. Awkwafina was bad casting as well, and the whole adoption backstory had no reason to be in the movie, but it was good for children. They loved it, and since it's made for kids, it's all good. Okay, so she's kind of doing what I was telling you about with those critics, okay? They can always talk a movie up into a nice little respectable score, okay? Say, oh yeah, the acting was trash, all right? Awkwafina was cast poorly. The dynamic between her and her love interest, okay, which is the central theme of this entire story, oh, that wasn't very good, okay? And then this whole adoption backstory, no reason to be in the movie, all right? But it's for kids. The kids loved it, so I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Despite its shortcomings, mostly CGI related, this live-action retelling of a personal favorite Disney classic of mine was able to capture the heart and soul of the original and so much more. Halle Bailey's portrayal of Ariel is perfect in every way, and Jonah Howard King's Prince Eric definitely provides a more complex and humane depth to the character. The chemistry between the two was also more than palpable. Looking forward to watching it again. I don't buy anything this person just said. I mean, I'm not saying that he's lying, but it just sounds like he kind of wrote this in Chat GPT or something. This person, it's so boring with such dull colors. They really took care to make it looked like the movie of the century with most history to add, but it ended up being a total disappointment. Not even the voice of the actress, which was not even that spectacular. It even shows that she is not an actress because she does not make you feel anything. Yeah. Everyone kind of says her acting is just okay. All right. The singing is what really brings it home for Halle Bailey. But we'll see. This person, super captivating. This film reflects and inspires so much. The CGI is off underwater in some parts, but the film does an excellent job with the heart of the story. It's just like the original, except it's like 55 minutes longer. But other than that, yeah, it's the same thing. The acting is great, and Halle is an amazing singer. With that being said, it did get boring at times, and the CGI underwater is a bit terrible. Other than that, great film. Yeah, see, here's the thing. This keeps coming up, right? This word boring, okay? Boring at times. Even from a good review, okay? Boring at times. So this, and look, we already saw somebody fell asleep in this, and this word keeps popping up, all right? It's a 2-hour and 15-minute kids film, okay? That has got to be the hardest thing for them to watch, okay? On top of the fact that you probably was there for almost 3 hours at the movie theater, all right? Because it's like, 30 minutes of previews and trailers, and you got to get your snacks, and you're dealing with these kids, man. This must have felt like a whole day for some of these parents, man. Just bland, soulless, lackluster acting, effects, and story and pacing. It feels like a waste of money when the original is there for all to see. Yeah, 100%. No reason to keep remaking crap. The last couple of live-action remakes, Pinocchio and now this, have been almost unwatchable. Singing is solid like the original. CGI is hard to watch. Disney losing its touch, trying to please everyone. Kids, 14 and 13 teenage girls both rolled their eyes during the movie, which wasn't a good sign, yeah. I mean, that's bad, man. Again, another short one, but it's basically saying, yeah, it's an ugly film, not a good adaptation. Didn't have the strength to finish the movie. Kids fell asleep while watching long, senseless history. Wow. This is like probably the biggest condemnation, okay? And this is what I said was going to happen, man. Your kids are going to get fidgety. Either they're going to get fidgety or they're going to just pass out. They just going to conk out. They're going to be cold snoozing. And you're going to be like, wake up. God damn it. I just spent like $50 getting us up. You spent too much money to have these little jokers out here passed out in the chairs, okay? Wake the hell up. I can see parents shaking their kid. Hey, you missing this. Come on, sing the songs. And they're going to be like, huh, what? I mean, good God, man. Again, this is what I don't understand about this. Why did they make this 83-minute movie into a 2-hour movie? I just don't understand. 2 hour and 15 minutes, excuse me. I just don't understand it, okay? But again, this is what we've been saying, okay? And it's exactly what we thought it was going to be. A pointless cash grab, okay? You saw unnecessary pop up a whole bunch of times. Boring as hell. You got kids falling asleep. You got everybody saying it's boring, okay? It doesn't stand up to the original. It's just big and bloated. It's too long, all right? And yes, Halle Bailey may be a very charming young lady, all right? But that's not going to be enough. So we'll watch and see what happens with this thing, okay? This movie's got the whole weekend to itself, all right? It's got really 5 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all right? Memorial Day is a big holiday. Everybody's going to have it off. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how this film does in the box office, okay? And how the reviews keep coming in. Do the reviews go up in the critics or down, okay? And then the word of mouth. The word of mouth is going to be huge, okay? Just like with Guardians of the Galaxy, who did very well with its word of mouth, okay? It's been able to get some very strong holds over the course of the last few weeks, okay? This is going to need a similar performance in order for it to make its money back, okay? Because I think with the budget we've heard, somewhere in the neighborhood of $250 million, this thing is going to have to get somewhere in the neighborhood of about $800 million just to break even, okay? Somewhere between 750 and 800, it's going to need that in order to just break even. And I have a feeling it's not going to get to that amount, all right? But we'll see what happens. Anyway, folks, what do you guys think about this situation? Once again, we called it, okay? Too long. It's way too long for little kids, okay? Kids are going to be sleeping in the theaters. That's just the way it is. But you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and your opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.